After grading every single player on every play during the NFL season, here's your PFF All-Pro team on the offensive side of the ball. It's all powered by PFF Elite. Starting at quarterback, Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs gets the slight nod over Drew Brees of the New Orleans Saints because of his week-to-week consistency. Mahomes only had one game grade below 65 compared to 3 for Drew Brees, and of course Mahomes was a big play machine. He had 48 big-time throws, most in the NFL, and 5 more than the next closest quarterback. And of course Mahomes, just the third quarterback to ever throw 50 touchdowns in a season. At running back, it's a rookie Saquon Barkley of the New York Giants who showed his value as both the runner and in the passing game. He had 91 total receptions. That was number 2 among all running backs. He had the number 4 receiving grade. And most importantly, he forced 71 combined missed tackles on both rushes and on receptions. That was number 1 in the NFL. At wide receiver, we have DeAndre Hopkins of the Houston Texans and Michael Thomas of the New Orleans Saints. It was an historic season for DeAndre Hopkins. He did not drop a pass on his 115 catchable targets, had over 1,500 yards, forced 12 missed tackles, and a passer rating of 118.8 when targeted. As for Thomas, he caught an incredible 85.6% of his targets, over 1,400 receiving yards, forced 17 missed tackles, and he had a passer rating of 124.5 when targeted. At our flex position, it's Tyreek Hill of the Kansas City Chiefs. He had 200 more deep receiving yards than the next closest receiver, finished with 754 deep receiving yards. That was a PFF record. He also averaged 3.28 yards per route from the slot. That was 1.28 better than the next closest receiver. At tight end, we're going with George Kittle of the San Francisco 49ers. He had the most receiving yards by a tight end in history, but also the most yards after the catch in PFF history dating back to 2006 with 873. That was 299 more than Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. Kittle can also do it as a run blocker as he finished number 5 with a 73.3 run blocking grade. At offensive tackle, it's David Bakhtiari of the Green Bay Packers at left tackle, and then Mitchell Schwartz is our right tackle of the Kansas City Chiefs. Bakhtiari had the top pass block grade in the NFL this year, 93.6, only allowing 25 pressures on 737 attempts. Also was solid in the run game. Schwartz had an 85.2 pass block grade and allowed only 21 pressures on 687 attempts. Also finished with the number 12 run blocking grade among tackles. At guard, it's Joel Bitonio on the left side and Shaq Mason of the New England Patriots on the right side. Bitonio is the number 2 pass blocker among all guards, allowing only 14 pressures on 694 attempts, while Mason had the top run blocking grade at 77.8, and he allowed only 16 pressures on 526 pass blocking attempts. And finally, at center, it's Jason Kelce of the Philadelphia Eagles. He was great all around, the number 2 pass blocking grade at 87.7 and the number 1 run blocker at 82.9. Kelce allowed only 10 pressures on 657 attempts, and he did not allow a sack all season. That's your PFF All-Pro team on offense. For the full list, be sure to get to ProFootballFocus.com.